Good morning and welcome to this segment of the program. Inuarata Nosahae is still my name, and I am the business coach. And in the fourth chapter of the book I authored titled Team Dynamics, the title of the fourth chapter is called Keeping Team Culture Running. Keeping Team Culture Running. Now, the responsibility, the task of ensuring that team culture is kept running in any system, in any workplace, in any organization is the task of both the team leaders and the team members. If we are to ensure that there is the attitude of a spirit they call in the work environment, if we are to ensure there is cohesiveness in the work environment, if we are to ensure there is togetherness in that workplace, the team leaders and the team members must ensure that they do everything possible to keep team culture running. And when it comes to this issue of keeping team culture running, the team leaders should show example by ensuring that they take necessary responsibility, they take steps that will actually help the system to keep running with that attitude of a spirit they call that togetherness and that cohesiveness. In other words, the team leaders should take the lead in ensuring that team culture is kept running. And in that fourth chapter of my book, Team Dynamics, that fourth chapter, like I just said, is called Keeping Team Culture Running. One of the strategic, factors I pointed out that team leaders can actually engage to keep team culture running under that chapter is called stretch your people beyond their current level. So, as a team leader, you have the task to keep team culture running by stretching your people beyond their current level. And what is their current level? And how do you stretch them beyond their current level? The current level of the people that are working in your environment is the day-to-day routine job they have been executing or they have been carrying out. This is their current level. This is what they have been doing. They have a job they have been used to over time, and this is the job they carry out on a daily basis, employing the same thinking pattern, employing the same skills, employing the same expertise, employing the same know-how. This is their level. And the thing about this particular level they are in, this day-to-day responsibility they have been carrying out, is that it does not really require too much creativity. It does not really require too much taxing of the mind. It does not really require too much innovation. This is what they do almost at default. They carry out their task, they carry out this responsibility almost at default. No too much skills is required, no new expertise is required, no too much innovation is required. They are already used to this thing. And it is very important that if you want to keep team culture running in your team as a team leader, you need to stretch them beyond this level. The beauty about life is that there is always a higher level, there is always a better level to help you achieve better results. Now, look at what I've just said. The team members don't really require too much skills to carry out the job they're already used to. So, in a way, some complacency can just be in the system. In a way, the people can just, be there, and there is really no drive to do things, do new things. And so, as a team leader, a very strategic thing you need to do is to stretch them beyond that level. And how can you do this? One of the ways that you can stretch your team members beyond their current level is for you, to make sure you bring before them, or you get them to do tasks and assignments that is outside their regular routine. One of the ways, I repeat, that you can keep team culture running by stretching your people beyond their current level is to see that you give them tasks or assignment that is outside their regular routine. Now, giving them tasks or assignment or responsibility outside their regular routine will make them to begin to think in creative ways. It will make them to begin to think in fresh ways. There's going to be this partial shift or even total shift from what they are already doing, from the way they are already thinking, and then they are able to create new ideas, they are able to create fresh ideas, they are able to become innovative, they are able to become creative. And what would this translate to? this will translate to, growth in the system. This will translate to expansion. This will translate to profitability. It will translate to diversification. It will just translate to all-round advancement for the entire system. When you begin to introduce your people, you take them out of their regular routine, you take them out of what they are used to, and then you make them carry out tasks, you make them carry out assignments that is outside their regular routine. As I have just said, this will make them to employ new creativity. This will make them to employ new innovation. And so in the process of doing this, you now discover that you will be uncovering some potentials that they possess, which you never knew existed within them. You see, the people that are working with you, your team members, the people that are in that department with you, they are all loaded with wonderful potentials. They are all loaded with, wonderful abilities. But you will never know that this thing actually exists in them until you deliberately make demand to tap into these abilities and potentials that they possess. And one way that you can make demand and tap into these potentials and abilities that they possess is by giving them tasks outside their regular routine. And when you do this, you make them to employ new creativity. They think in innovative ways. They are able to bring in new ideas into the system. And then another beautiful thing is that you have equally built their capacity, which is a very, very vital part of the responsibilities of leadership. A very vital part of the responsibility of leadership is to ensure that the people that are in your team, the people that are with you, they have their capacity built up. And when you introduce them to jobs and assignments outside their regular routine, you're actually helping them to build capacity. Capacity is the ability to perform. Capacity building is strengthening and enhancing this ability to perform. And this will do a lot of good for the system, because you now have people that are working with you that have had their capacity built, their expertise are now built up. And you can also do this, once in a while when you have an issue in the team or some issues in the team, that requires a lot of brainstorming and creativity. Once in a while, you can equally pull people out from different sections in the office or different departments, bring them together to come and brainstorm on this issue that is actually outside, the issue they do on a day-to-day basis. It is outside the regular routine that they carry out on a daily basis, which, does not really require too much creativity. But now you have brought them in to come and brainstorm over an issue, probably a team challenge in the team, that needs to be sorted out. You bring them in from different departments to come and brainstorm over this issue, and then in the course of thinking outside the box, what is the box? That is their present level, which is the level of the job they do, regularly. When they now begin to think outside the box, they are able to come up with innovative and creative ideas, that can actually help them, perform better in the job. So if you want to promote, effective teamwork, you want to promote effective team culture, you want to drive team culture, it is very important that you stretch your people beyond their current level. This is very, very important. And in addition, also, there is a need for you to sometimes move a particular person out of a department he or she has been over time to another department. And this will also require the person to do a lot of shift in his or her thinking in order to function effectively in this new department, and then also get to build more expertise. And then you can return the person back to where he or she has been functioning prior to this time. And then later in the future, there might just be a need for you to quickly now put in somebody into that particular department as a result of the absence of the person that is normally there. What have you done? Prior to that time, you have proactively activated that team member to function. So you bring back him or her, and then you just see that team culture is kept running. This is very, very important. This is very, very important. Now, if you recall just now, at the beginning of this segment, I did say that the duty of keeping team culture running is a responsibility of both the team leader and the team members. And so the team leader equally have the responsibility of saying that he or she cooperates with the team leader. The team member should ensure that he or she cooperates with the team leader to drive team culture. So as a team member, you have a responsibility to display flexibility in order for you to work well with the team leaders and make the team succeed. And then you are able to drive team culture. In this book, Team Dynamics, the 6th chapter is titled being an effective team member. And one of the significant factors I pointed out on that 6th chapter for you to function as an effective team member is that you must be able to exhibit flexibility. Now, flexibility is the ability to adjust to changing conditions. Flexibility is the ability to adapt to changing conditions and changing situations. And as an effective team member, you should understand that there's going to be time whereby there will be the need for changes in your workplace, in your business, in that organization, and then you need to exhibit some level of flexibility to adjust and adapt to the changing conditions and situations in that workplace and in that work environment for you to work as an effective team member. And so what do you exhibit flexibility to in this light? You need to exhibit flexibility to changing responsibility, to changing tasks. And so when your team leader gives you an assignment as a team member that is outside your regular routine, it is very important you embrace it with all your heart. Why? Embracing that responsibility, embracing that task outside your regular routine will help you to build more capacity and make you more effective, make you more efficient, make you to contribute more value, because embracing that responsibility will make you to think in fresh ways, make you to think in creative ways, and then you bring out ideas and uncover so many possibilities about you never knew existed. So it is very, very important that you exhibit flexibility in this life to embrace tasks and assignments, that is outside your regular routine, that can actually help you to ensure you function as an effective team member that will keep team culture running. Now, some times ago, I was speaking in a bank as a resource person, and I was actually speaking on effective teamwork for peak performance. And then during the level of Q&A, question and answer, a team leader asked me, how do you see a situation whereby I gave a task or assignment to a particular team member, and because that assignment is not part of the team member's job description or departmental responsibility, the team member refused to do the job. Now, as a team member, when you do this, you have just denied yourself the opportunity to build more capacity. You have just denied yourself the opportunity to tap into your God-given creativity and potentials. You have just denied yourself the opportunity to go to school without paying school fees. When you are given the platform to carry out tasks and assignments outside what you do regularly in the work environment, it is an opportunity to learn more. It's an opportunity to build more expertise. And so you must be smart. You must be very, very smart to see that when such opportunity comes, embrace them. Now, even when you have your primary responsibility in your hand, embrace that other responsibility. And when you are through with that primary task in your hand, then you give yourself the opportunity to do the other tasks outside your regular routine. And in the process of doing this task, in the process of carrying out this assignment, there may just be the possibility that you don't even have any clue, you don't have any idea on what to do. That becomes an opportunity to learn. Then you don't ask your superiors or people around, to guide you on what to do. And that becomes a plus to your capacity. That becomes an addition to your expertise. There is a lot to gain when you exhibit flexibility in this direction. This is very, very important for you as a team member. Remember, I said from the very beginning that to keep team culture running, the team leaders have the role they need to play. The team member have their role. I said that the team leader should ensure they stretch their people beyond their current level. The team member should also ensure that flexibility is exhibited in order for them to cooperate with the team leaders and then work as effective team members. This is very, very important. And do not forget the phenomenal acronym for the word team, TEAM. Together, everyone achieves more. TEAM. Together, everyone achieves more. And in the words of Henry Ford, he said, coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. So everyone is involved. Everyone is involved. And if you have one or two inquiries you want to make some findings and get in contact with me, just call my phone number 080-6686-5060. I take it one more time. 080-6686-5060. And I'm going to take this to a higher level when I come back next week. And when I come back, I will still be the amiable Inuarata no Sahai, the business coach. Your day is blessed. Thank you.